Hey guys, good morning. Nitzan from MSDI here. Today I want to talk about a question I had yesterday from one of my distributors. As you know, we sell our products in over 40 countries and we have distributors and sellers in different markets, in different languages, so every market is a little bit different, but there are several things that are consistent and actually the same, pretty similar across all markets, and that's the basics strategies of selling. So the question was, how do I close a big potential customers? There is a customer that the seller talked with, and he's using a lot of implants in his clinic. And my distributor made an offer to him, but he wasn't sure that he was really interested. So he asked me, what do I need to do to close it? So let's start with the basics. First of all, you need to start with becoming attractive for that customer. How do you become attractive? Same as in the dating world, right? You dress nice, you wear cologne or perfume, you befriend with them, you are nice to them, and that's like the basics. In marketing, we do that by attracting them to us through different channels and different methods. For example, social media, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, PPC, Facebook ads, WhatsApp, stories, newsletters, by emails, and so on. So you need to be consistent, you need to show your knowledge and experience over time, and after some time that customer will follow you and will see your content, he will immediately think that you know what you're talking about, that you have the authority and the knowledge and experience, and that you are someone that he wants to work with you, if that content resonates with him. So that's the first step. And you need to do that regardless of where you are and what you do, whether you are an employee or independent distributors. You need to do that on some level. Now, the second thing to do once you establish that, and even if you don't, that's besides things. Now, the second step is to profile the customer. You need to understand who is he, what kind of implants he uses right now, what brands, what is the price range of that brand. Not necessarily asking, but you know the market. Also, you need to understand where he lives. Does he has a family? How many kids? Boys, girls? What are his interests? Be that seller that they want you to be, okay? Be the seller that they want you to be, not the seller that you want to be. Because when you sell to them, you need to be attractive for them and not for you. Keep it 20-25% professional and the rest friendly and personal. People tend to buy from sellers that they like, regardless of the actual product, right? Think about yourself. Who would you prefer to buy from? A seller that you like and find common interest with him, or a seller that you dislike, regardless of the product, whether it's shoes, a vegetable, groceries, implants, it doesn't matter. As long as you like the seller, there is more likelihood for the sale to occur. Obviously, in the implants industry, there are many different kind of brands, and doctors don't tend to switch between brands very often. But once they do, they tend to stick with that implant brand at least for a while. So the importance of the first sale is very significant, and you need to invest more resources in that rather than in the second sale. Once they work with you, then you need to maintain that customer, and that's a different story. So how do you profile the customer? You ask the right questions and you listen to their needs. They will not necessarily tell you what do they need, but you need to listen in between the lines, right? You need to understand what happened before. Like if they told you about the provider, about the seller, about the product, what happened before, and then you take that and use it in your content, in your pitch, to make the sale. So if they talked about the seller timelines, right? They didn't provide the products on time, or the seller wasn't very nice to them, or the actual product didn't really work for them, regardless of the reasons. Ask the right questions, understand their needs, and then offer in your content answers to that. You don't need to necessarily answer these questions immediately or directly, but you need to address them in your pitch, okay? So once you do that, once you befriend with them, understand their needs, once you are becoming attractive for them, and they talk with you, right? They invest their time to talk with you. Then you know there is a likelihood of a sale. There is a chance. Then you need to make the right offer. Like in the Godfather movie, you need to make them an offer they cannot refuse. Again, the first offer is the most important because the first offer attach them to your company, to your brand, to your implants. And once they work with you, it will be much more easier to work with them. Obviously, if you make them a very special offer, later on they will want similar prices. So you cannot reduce your prices like drastically for the first order, but you still need to make them a very good offer. I like to do that by adding gifts rather than giving discounts like surgical kits, more implants, more abutments, whatever. But again, you need to understand what they do. Do they do freehand or guided surgery? They use internal X or conical. How many implants per month? How many implants per year? Approximately. Do they work alone or they have other doctors, other surgeons too they work with? How many operating rooms? All these questions must be answered. And it should feel like a very nice conversation between two friends rather than an interrogation, right? So once you establish that and you make the right offer at the right time, then the likelihood of a sale will increase drastically. Try it out and let me know what you think. And if you have any questions, please message me. Thank you guys. Have a good day.